fans, 20 plus.
Yeah. So we're getting way ahead of ourselves today. We're just wondering this question. Could this Kings big three with Domas and De'Aaron Fox and with DeMar DeRozan, could this end up being the best big three the Kings have ever had?
Maybe.
It could be.
We're only 4 games in, though.
I know.
We're comparing them to doorstep championship contenders.
I know that. That's why I know. Like saying that right now, like rubber stamp, yep, they are. That makes no sense. But there is a possibility that they become that. They could be on that path. I'm just really happily, maybe a little surprised that it's all come together this quickly. Even those first 2 games, those losses, there's a few rough spots here and there, but the offense was functioning, and you could see that it was going to work, that DeMar DeRozan was fitting in, Jay. We had a lot of people that know a lot about basketball. They came on here and said, well, we'll see about that. And I'm sure nobody knew for sure, but the Kings made the decision. We're not certain about the fit, but we're going to bank on the talent and that it working because of the talent and the desire. And so far it has. And that's a big positive here early in the season for the Kings.
So if I'm hearing you correctly, you said that you are surprised by the timing of it.
Yeah. I mean, it looks seamless, and that's going to happen against bad teams. But it looks like, oh yeah, they've got a handle on this already.
Really?
Don't you think?
Yeah, you know what?
Bumps, but
yeah. I get what you're saying, though. I can understand that. I just think looking at who DeMar DeRozan is, I kind of thought that he could play for DeMar. I think he can play anywhere and fit in. I think he can play in any type of offense, because the one thing he does is he's not a ball hog guy. He doesn't have to shoot threes. He gives you free throws. He's a mid-range game type of guy. I think that fits in anywhere, and he doesn't necessarily need to pound the ball into the hardwood. Like, he doesn't need to rock at all points and times to really, James Harden. He's not a Ty Maxey type of guy. He's not a Dame Lillard, which I think the Bucks are kind of struggling in the fact that Giannis needs to rock and Dame kind of needs to rock to be who he is. DeMar's not that type of guy. He's really a bona fide B star. Like, he's kind of felt his way through the NBA as being, I don't necessarily need to be the A.
Wow,
I can be a B.
He's kind of been looking for that
B.
A.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I always thought, and to me, a great B is I can be an A anytime, any night against any opponent. And more times than not, there's games, and we'll just stay with, we'll stay with, Domantas Sabonis, as I think has been the Kings' B, is there's certain nights where Domantas is the guy for the Kings. Triple doubles, doing it all, as we've seen, all-league guy, all-star guy. But I think DeMar also has the ability, because he's a perimeter guy, to say, hey, listen, if I don't get those threes off, which a lot of teams need for these stars, I'll still get my 20. I'm still going to do me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I say it's working when he has 20 points on 14 shots, and the efficiency last night from all the starters, just eye-popping, again, against a bad team. I know, but DeMar DeRozan, I think the main number that underscores what we're saying right now is the fact that he had 8 assists.
Yep.
And he is a guy who can be something of a ball stopper. That's not always a bad thing. That's kind of the way he plays, but he's also, when the Kings got him, they said, this guy's an excellent passer. His passing is underrated. And we're seeing that now. And I think he's doing things. He's adjusting his game too. Anytime to me, you have a guy who's been around a long time and he makes adjustments in his game and they work, that's incredibly impressive. Like, I think of Vince Carter. You remember what Vince Sanity was when he came into the league, and he became a really good three-point shooter.
He did. Yeah, he did. Hence why he's walking in the Hall of Fame this year. Yeah. I mean, it makes a difference. And I think DeMar's going to follow that cab, and he'll be walking to the Hall of Fame soon too. I think, and it's a great point, White. I like where you said he's a ball stopper, and some people can kind of see that as a negative, connotation of what his game is. But I also think he's a ball stopper and a ball finisher, if that makes sense. I'm rhyming and I'm kind of putting it together. But I think when he stops the ball, more than not, good things come out of it. Yes. Compared to a lot of times, and we could talk about Buddy Hield, sometimes as a ball stopper, if it wasn't a three, it was something else, a lot of times good things didn't come out of it. And so I really like Debo's game. I was kind of one of those guys that, talked about it on the show. Like, I think DeMar would work perfectly, and I'm glad to see it is. Now, I still think there's got to be some other things to go along with that, but I like what I see so far. And the fact that they're beating up on weak teams. Love it.
Yeah. Not to pick on them, but that's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, absolutely. Slap them around.
339-1140, 1-800-920-1140. It's time for Check In with TC. What's up, TC?
Yes.